Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock and the metal that Pennsylvania has to offer, right here on PARockShow.com, MegaRockRadio.net, 107.1 FM, St. Louis, Missouri, AltRockRadio.ca, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, RootarooRadio.com on the beaches of San Diego, California, XRPRadio.co.uk in Birmingham, United Kingdom, and right here in the thriving metropolis of Leechburg, Pennsylvania, BillDecine.com/radio. My name is Bill. This is episode number 593. With me tonight is Chris Thunderwolf Dodson. I believe Raven's in the background too, somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, she's here. She's doing all.
There she is. I couldn't make out what she said.
She's hatching dragons.
Okay, then. Gotcha. Is she working on an instrument right now?
No, sketching canvas.
Oh, cool. So let's start with that. And we've had you on about Wolf's Customs before, but why don't you give us the advertisement so everyone knows what exactly you do at Wolf's Customs?
Well, try to make it simple. Basically, Wolf's Customs, refinishing, repurposing a guitar, a bass, even drums, to make them, if you got a black guitar and you're just tired of it, the look, you want something flashier, you want it more artsy or whatever, we can do that. Being a simple color change, my Hollow Flash special that I do.
Have you heard me describe that?
I think so, but not right off the top of my head.
So the best description I come up with is when you're walking through a raining parking lot and there's oil mixed in the water puddle and you see that rainbow reflection. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good description. It's based off of Kramer guitars back in the 80s. They had a series of a line of guitars that had a hollow flash finish, and they were the only ones that did it, as far as big production models. So over the years, with technology and everything, heat transfer film, somebody's come up with, this film that you can somewhat recreate it, and it's never exact to what Kramer did, but it brings you back, especially if you're from the 80s and guitar lovers and all that. So it's been a big hit, and it doesn't have to be on instruments. I do it on light switches, license plate frames. I sell picks with them. But that's our biggest kind of famous thing. In a way, not really famous, but most popular. It's the quickest turnaround that we can do. The paint jobs, like I said, you got a black guitar, you want it red, you got it. You got a white one, you want it black, no problem. Pickup, you want to switch pickups, you just want a string change, you just need it cleaned, tuned up. We got a wide variety of what we can do. Airbrushing, wood burning, even vinyl transfer. Y'all should probably recognize what this is. Starry Night.
Yeah, that's Starry Night. Van Gogh, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. So, I mean, we can, I'm not a luthier. So, I couldn't take, a chunk of wood and make a guitar out of it as of yet. We're just more refinishing. You want to change in your look, and that's how we're rolling.
So while you were talking, I thought of a couple of things that I want to throw out, and of course, I didn't have them prepared yet. There is a show this weekend on the 20th. Come on. I'm trying to think where I can find it at. Sorry. Hang with me for just a minute.
The XRP?
No, we're going to talk about that in a moment, though.
Oh, okay.
It is there it is. I found it. It is called WW3. And you probably think that's World War III, but it's on Walter Wright, who was the lead singer and vocalist for the band Skell, who recently passed away. They're doing a benefit show at the Lindora Hotel this Saturday, the 20th. The doors at 7:30. Music starts at 8. It's $10 to get in. Parabellum will be there. Half Wolf, which is JJ and the Wolf featuring Jazz Byers from Half Wheel. The Heathen Parade and Skell will be performing. I'm assuming with some past vocalists. And then on December 11th, I got to find that one too. It's another benefit for Wally's family. That one will be a little easier, I think. Maybe if my computer will cooperate. That one is. Yeah. That one is called I Am the One. It's a tribute to Walter Wright. It is it's presented by Rock for Life. It is at Wick City Saloon. So far, the performances are going to be BJ Galbraith, Common Crown, Dimwit, and Skell. A cool thing at the November 20th show, I have gone in with someone else, and they created a piece of art with some things that I've done. And I believe they're going to raffle it off, and the money is going to go to the family. I don't want to give out too much information. I saw it today. I'm pretty much the only other person other than the artist that has seen it. It's really cool. So if you're listening and you're looking for something to do, go to the Lindora Hotel this weekend and help Wally's family. And then also on December 11th, you can head out to Wick City Saloon in Katanning and also help Wally's family. Now let's talk about XRP, which is also this Saturday. They're doing their Zerpathon, and it's 72 hours of live, basically. And if I followed it correctly, and Chris, you can tell me if you got the same feeling. It sounds like Tiz is going to be on almost the whole time.
That's what I'm getting. And then he's gonna. He also has, from what I'm getting, co-hosts. Because he, when I booked my time, I asked him how we were going to do the show, and he said, "Well, he goes, I'll just, get you through Messenger, and with my co-host if they're around." And since I booked 8:00 our time, and he told me that was like 3:00 his time, right around there, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't realize at the time that he was doing it straight through.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep a lot to begin with. So I am on. Let's see, if you're 8, what time did you say your time? 8:00?
8:00.
8:00 your time. So that would be 9:00 my time. So I'm on 4 hours before you.
Okay, I thought it was closer than that, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm 5:00 my time, which would be 4:00 your time.
Right.
Oh, so 4 hours. Whatever. Come listen to me. Stay on. Listen to Chris.
Right on. And back to what you were talking about before.
With
Would
Wally? Or
yeah, would I be able to send a gift certificate for Wolves as a
yeah,
as an option thing?
I can definitely put you in touch with probably the one this weekend wouldn't get here in time, but I can put you in
Yeah.
touch with the one with the Rock for Life people that are doing it on the 11th of December for sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'd be glad to do that.
That would be awesome.
Offer a $100 gift certificate for a Hollow Flash or whatever, to be auctioned off or a raffle or something. Help out.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with Matt.
Okay.
He Matt Ferrani, who is in about 30,000 bands. I'm exaggerating a little. It's probably like 29,998.
He needs to work harder.
Well, that's all he does is play in bands. And he's a drummer, which explains why he can pull that off because everybody's looking for drummers.
Yep. Everybody.
He is in, let's see, the Borstal Boys, A Common Crown, After the Fall, Murano. He's Scarlett O'Hara, or no, I'm sorry, Harlot O'Scara.
I've heard that.
Who else? He recorded with the band in Ohio. He's in Slant Six. They don't play very often. He's in he's in Dimwit. Wow, I know I'm forgetting some people. Silk Nine.
Oh, Silk Nine. Yeah.
I know there's more.
I heard them, I think, because of you watching your podcasts.
I'm sure. If you listen to the XRP show, I'll be talking about him at the beginning of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. I'm not going to give that away tonight. So 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central on xrpradio.co.uk on Saturday the 20th. You will hear me talking to Tiz about the beginnings of the Pennsylvania Rock Show, and you'll get to hear some of the music from way back in 2004, 2005, right when things started to roll for us, which will be cool because I haven't heard some of that for a while, but I still have it all.
Right.
And then if you stick around for a few hours, you'll get to hang out with Chris and Tiz and probably ALC, if I had to guess, as the co-host, which is a Min Lady Cat.
Yeah, he wasn't sure if his co-host would be on when I'm on, but we'll see. I mean, he's been best at getting this thing going, so hopefully he can last the whole 72 hours.
So I do have a question for you. So I ran into you through the Houdini Rock and Roll Circus.
Yes.
But how did you find our scene?
If I remember correctly, I ran into Lou through just a random post, and I ran across it and I passed it on to you. Okay, that doesn't matter. We found it. And joined up, got a hold of him, and I think it was just one of his podcasts that you were on, and I think you might have mentioned that you had your own podcast, and so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll message him, and hook up. If I remember correctly, it's been a few years.
Have you gotten a lot of work out of this area? I know
Not out of that area, in your area per se, but just being on your show and Lou's, Keith, that's
The Hawk.
he hasn't been on for a while. Yes, the Hawk. He hasn't been on for a while because of I think he's been playing a lot in
He's a
bands.
drummer.
Yeah, I did a snare drum for him. I did a hollow flash on it. After he left and went down south, I told him he was interested, and I said, "Well, hey, you pay shipping to and from out, and I'll do it for free for you because he's part of Louis Landini," and he did. I I've got people all over. I've got State of Mind out of Texas, which I sponsor that band also. Sponsor you, sponsor Lou. And I can't really say that I've gotten a lot out of your area, but that's one reason I still deal with you guys, because I love Pittsburgh. I love the Steelers, and I'm not from there. I've never been there, but hey, if that's where I'd like to get the name out anywhere, obviously.
See, now I need to figure out who's closer to the city, me or Lou. Because
he's in
Cannonsburg, yeah. And I'm in Leechburg. I bet we're pretty close distance wise. I'm gonna look. Not now though.
If I remember right, I think he's an hour away.
I'm about 45 minutes.
So you might have. Well, we'd have to figure it out, but
yeah. But
it's I gotta visit just because. Been a diehard since I was a kid.
If you fly in, there is a statue of Franco Harris at the airport. Franco Harris and George Washington right next to each other.
Yep. Oh, I know. I got friends that get to go there all the time, and they're like, "Look where I'm at," and I'm like, I just want to put up the middle finger and be like, "Yeah, I'm not." Thanks a lot for rubbing it
in. It's not a terrible place to live. Right now it is. I leave my house, it's dark. I come home, it's dark.
I leave at 6:30, and it's lighter than it is when I come home.
I leave at 6:30, and I get home usually around 5. The last couple of days has been later than that, though. Pitch black when I got home the last 3 days. I didn't think I had seasonal depression, but I'm starting to think that there's something to it. Not that I have it, but I think I'll get it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, okay, I hate winter, but at least in winter, I don't have to mow my lawn.
There's that. I am.
Not like that takes a long time. I live in a mobile home, so I got a really small yard, but
our yard isn't very big, but there's 3 sheds in it. So
working around them kind of sucks, huh?
Well, I honestly did not cut it. I may cut it once this summer. My next door neighbor was cutting it for some reason. And okay. And then my landlord paid somebody to cut it maybe a month ago.
There you go.
I was like, I can get to it. I just don't know when. I came home one day and somebody was cutting it. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, my luck is I plan on cutting it, and then it rains, or now it's too dark. I can't even see.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I got to let it go, but I still got to cut it.
Yeah, we my you know what? I'm gonna share a screen. Hold on. I
Uh-oh.
don't do this very often. I'm not gonna be able to play it because it'll play music that will get us muted. Where's YouTube at? There we go. Okay. Of course, it started playing. Um, could you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it
Okay, good.
or see it.
I have to share it. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. Share a screen. Do not share audio. Ha, that's funny.
Oh, it's on the
There.
logo.
Can you see that?
The Christmas lights house.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so right here,
yeah.
I'm sitting behind those windows right now.
Did you put those up?
I did not. My landlord did.
Oh,
But it's kind of cool.
oh yeah. I
He
love
owns
lights.
he owns a company that does that. He has a partner. Um, he started out just doing it at the house, and then he started working and teaching other people how to do it, and it turned into a business. They're doing drive-throughs for big companies, and
Dang.
um, they did 2 car dealerships in Michigan at one point. I think they're in Texas. They're in Philadelphia. I'm trying to remember all the places he's talked about. I better stop because there are probably some that they haven't talked about yet.
Could be.
But anyway, it's Leechburg Lights if you want to check out the house. But if you want to check out his company, it is pixelprodisplays.com. And I may have designed both of those websites.
That's cool. Yeah, I've
But
got our previous foreman in our shop moved up to northern Indiana, and he got on this Christmas light kick, and he's got everything timed to music
yep,
and
yep,
different sounds.
that's exactly what we're talking about.
I was like, oh my God, how long does that take? And he's like, oh, once I set up all the lights, to where I want them, he goes, I just go in on the computer and I just type this and upload the music, and boom, it just starts going. He does a Christmas show every year. I'm like,
Yep.
dude, that's
So
crazy.
so those sequences, the music and the lights, like making the lights move, that's part of what my landlord's company does. They do that programming. They also, like I said, they go out. They have a corporate branch that designs stuff for businesses that want to do it. They have some drive-throughs that they do. It's cool.
Yeah, it is. That's
Someone asked me recently if what it's like living in a house that's like that, and honestly, we're so used to it at this point. He's been doing it for like probably 14 or 15 years here. Um, we throw blankets up over my daughter's windows in their bedroom, and then these curtains keep it out here, so it's really not. We don't notice it
yeah,
unless there's a bunch of people out there making noise. Then we do hear that. But
yeah.
he's good about it. On the weekends he shuts it down at 10:30. During the week it shuts down at 9:30. So
That's good.
I keep trying to get him to sequence local musicians' music for his light show, but I haven't won that battle yet.
Well, it'll happen.
Someday.
Hopefully.
the thing is, like, there needs to be a certain rhythm to the music so that you can make the lights move. And
Yeah.
most of the people I'm dealing with are heavy rock and metal, and that doesn't really fit what he's doing. So besides going on the Zerpathon, do you have anything else cool going on, or any other places that you sponsor that you haven't mentioned that you want to talk about, or do you want to show us anything you're working on?
Well, I mean, after the Zerpathon, um, Lou does want me on his show again. Don't know when, especially with his dad passing. It could be, a while. But after that, I don't have any scheduled interviews or anything like that. I've got, I'm booked up right now. Um, as far as what I got in the shop, um, I'm down to 4, but so I got to get all those finished and out. Um, but yeah, I'm always up to any uh, interviews or podcast shows and stuff, just to get us out there even more. I think the guys I work with and stuff, that I tell them that I'm going to be on a live podcast, or even not live, pre-recorded. There's
Well, I
like,
mean,
really?
we're live right now.
Well, yeah, but some aren't. But they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And, especially with the Zerpa, and they're like, I was like, that's
Yeah.
the UK, and they're like, you're going to be on the radio in UK? Like, yeah. And they're like, oh, dang.
Don't forget, we just did a community event also.
Oh yeah, we did
Activator magazine.
We just did last Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday. We did a community event for Activator magazine, which is local here.
That's the art and music community.
Which is art and music. It was hosted at a place called Wild Rose, and they just have on display tons of art paintings, jewelry, painted coasters. I mean, anything you can think of art wise, this place has got. And then they hosted for the event, they had, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 bands?
4 bands, 1 hour.
4 bands. A lot of them were like 2 guitar players. When we got there, first one was a guy and a gal guitar player. After that was 2 guys, and they were from Champaign, which is an hour away. So they drove hour and a half away just to play like maybe 10 songs
or they were good, though.
8 songs for this little event. We Raven had a piece in there. I had 3 gift certificates in there for Wolves. Her daughter Celeste had stuff in there for, was it raffle or auction?
Had a silent auction. And
silent auction
for 4 baskets.
And then they offered. They had water, cookies, wine, and just a little get together, little nice art shop,
homemade sangria,
and it was cool. Yeah, I had I had just finished a hollow flash for one of my customers, so I had that on me. So I brought that in while I was there, and to show it off to whoever was there, since we had some gift certificates for wolves. Um, but yeah, we'll do stuff like that too.
Cool. Um, I'm really going to put you on the spot here and make you think, but
Damn it.
and it's not my normal line of questioning either.
Oh
What
no.
are who are some of the bands that you've heard on the show that you are into? Notice I didn't make you say, I didn't say your favorite, because I don't want to put you on the spot like that. But what?
Wow, that's really tough because just with for one, me getting so busy lately. Because I had my work was trickling in, like one guitar, and then it got two guitars, and then three guitars, and then it got to four, and I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do all these? And thank God nobody was in a hurry for me to get them done. There's no rush. And then I got one done, and then I picked up two more. And I'm like, holy crap, So my mind, and two, working a full-time job, this side work, it's really hard. What was it? Skrell was one of them you had on.
Skell.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the band with the benefits coming up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who you pop in all the time, so it's hard for me to even say, well, you listen to this one, and
yeah, because I'm like three of my jobs right now, the guitar jobs, I have free range.
Oh, nice.
So on top of how many I have to get done, I also have to think of what I want to do with them. So that's what, so because normally it's like, okay, here's my black guitar, make it red, or here's my black guitar, do a hollow flash. No, it's like now three of them are like, here you go, you have free range.
You should put the Build the Scene logo on them.
Send me logos. Send me stickers. I'll put them on there.
They'll be like, what is this?
I'll throw them on the back of the headstock.
I can definitely send you them.
Yeah.
Like, it says Pittsburgh's music destination. What is this?
I didn't ask for this. I just want a paint job.
I'll send you First Angel Media logo too.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I'm so, like I said, it's great having, 4 or 5 guitars in my somewhat shop, just a room in our trailer that, have to be done. But and obviously it's great that everybody's like, oh, there's no rush. I'm like, good, because I don't have equipment like that to rush. I can't, I'm not Fender, I'm not Gibson, I'm not Carvin, I'm not Ibanez. I can't whip out a paint job in a week, but I can whip out the paint job that you want. And be awesome. It just takes time.
And for the record, just the room in my trailer, this AK Music Scene Studio, as I call it, is the front of my living room. So I get it.
Right. Yeah.
I've been hanging out in this spot since 2004. But speaking of hanging out in this spot, this room got newly remodeled, and there's now working heat here behind me, and I am dying. It's so hot here. It didn't used to work. Which sounds terrible. There was heat in the room, but the baseboard that was in here was really old and wasn't hooked up. Well, I put new baseboard in, and it is so hot in here right now.
Oh, no. We'll take a second to go turn it down.
It's buried behind a couch right now.
Sounds like my luck.
So there's like this part that I'm sitting in used to be part of the front porch, and they enclosed it and made a sunroom. But they didn't but they tore the wall down. This used to be a doctor's office. So this room, they turned it into the waiting room. So they made it bigger. And so there's like sort of a barrier between it, but not really. It's a big archway. It's probably 12 feet wide. But to get the electricity out here, we couldn't run them together, the baseboards. So there's one on the wall that runs the other half of the room, and then this one's down on the baseboard heater. And right now there's a couch pushed.
And that's the one behind the couch.
Yeah. So
yeah, that definitely sounds like my life.
But anyway, I think I'm gonna probably play some more of the best unsigned rock and metal that Pennsylvania has to offer. Let you head off into the not so late evening for you. It's an hour behind, but I do have to get up in 8 hours, and I probably won't be asleep before 12. But I do want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Oh, I appreciate it, and I thank you for having me back on again. I'm just trying to get back to my spot here. And go in and give the cats a little food.
I was waiting for you to notice I switched us on the screen. It didn't throw you off at all.
No.
I'm always on the left, and I was like, you know what? I'm wearing red tonight, which I never do. I'm going to switch to where I am too.
Right on.
If you look at the videos, I probably 99.9% of them, I am wearing blue or black, and I'm on the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway, this has been episode number 593 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. With me tonight was Chris Thunderwolf Dodson from Wolf's Customs. You can find them at wolfscustoms.online. Make sure you check out both of those benefit shows I mentioned, which one is at the Lindora Hotel this Saturday, November 20th. And then the second one is at Wick City Saloon on December 11th. Both of those shows are benefiting Wally Wright's family, the lead vocalist of the band Scale. He also sang in Cage and Step 11. And there was another band, I can't remember the name of it. It was a short-lived one. But he's been in the scene as long as I can remember. I want to say I probably met him 2003, 2004. And he was a huge loss. So make sure if you can, you come out, donate to the cause, help out his family, his daughters, and make sure you tune in on Saturday also to the Zerpathon, xrpradio.co.uk. You'll hear from myself and from Chris and many, many other people. There will be live interviews, live bands playing, all kinds of stuff to check out. They do the Zerpathon to raise money to run the station for the year. There is definitely a lot of money that goes into that. So if you're able to donate there as well, You can do that through the website xrpradio.co.uk. And once again, my name is Bill, and this has been 593. When you hear John, the American Hill Jack Lane, talk to you about how to subscribe and leave comments, you'll know the show has ended. Do not leave the radio stations that you're listening to. They're supporting the show and unsigned and independent music, so show them a little bit more support. I will catch you next week. And Chris, I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you for having me back on again.